All right, welcome back to the show, everybody. Hope you all are having a good day so far. So, I got a super thanks request to check out this video about Cooper Flagg. It's titled "Why I'm Obsessed with How Cooper Flagg Plays Basketball," and this is coming from a channel called Hoops Central, which I am subscribed to. I'm sure many of you guys are as well. And quick thank you for the super chat or the super thanks. Definitely appreciated, and I really enjoy talking about Cooper Flagg so far anyways. So he's that guy that basically, you know, he was supposed to come in and like gently get used to the NBA. He's supposed to have Kyrie and AD on his team leading the way, and he ended up with nothing. So he's been like the only star as a rookie on that team trying to get it done. And honestly, like, I think it was a make or break moment, you know. It could have absolutely destroyed him and it destroyed his confidence, but instead Cooper rose up and Cooper has accepted a challenge. And I think his maturity is probably gone. Like, you know, he skipped through the first like 3 years of playing because of this, if you know what I mean. Like, you're used to being up, you know, solo mission. Yeah, once he has a decent team around him, I think he's going to be great. Plus, I like how tough he is. Anyways, guys, let's get to the video. I'm going to link the original video down below in the description like always. You also see a list of channel members. Shout out to you guys. I appreciate you all. Like the vid if you could. Hit that hype if you got any, and let's rock.
Cooper Flagg is 19 years old on a bad team with no help, carrying the 26th ranked offense in the league.
Yep.
And he plays every single possession like it matters. Both ends, every night.
Hello.
I like that he plays through all the contact too. Like that. Like that. He's not flopping it.
Here comes Coop. And Coop with ill intentions. And he deserves to flex.
That 49 piece against Charlotte is what really broke my brain. The points were ridiculous, sure. But what got me more were the possessions where he didn't score. The defensive rotations, the motor, the way he competes on every single possession like it's Game 7. We're going to break down exactly what makes his game so different, why scouts are already throwing out comparisons to Kawhi Leonard and Scottie Pippen, and why one stat tells you everything you need to know about his ceiling. And the wildest part, he's only going to get better.
Yo,
but before we get into
what did he say? He's what, 19 years old?
Flagg is doing, you need to understand the circumstances he's doing it under. Because once you hear this, the numbers hit completely different.
Cooper, the main
Flagg
event.
entered his rookie NBA season as one of the most hyped American prospects the league has seen since Zion or LeBron James. Like LeBron, he's lived under a national spotlight since high school, every game watched, every move dissected. So far, the teenager from Maine has lived up to the hype, but getting here wasn't easy. Last season, during his lone year at Duke, Flagg swept the awards circuit, Naismith's Men's College Player of the Year, the whole thing. This season though, before the breakout, before smashing records once held by King James himself, he went through a stretch of adversity he'd never dealt with at any point in his basketball life. Flagg walked into a Dallas locker room that looked like it was loaded with vet experience. 5 players with 10 or more years in the league. At least, that's how it looked on paper. Reality was different.
Yeah.
To open his NBA career, the #1 overall pick was asked to do a lot. With Kyrie Irving sidelined, Dallas entered the season without a true starting point guard or a primary shot creator.
I mean, to be fair, that's usually how the #1 pick ends up starting their career. He was going to be a completely different example because he was going to have all that veteran leadership and he was just going to rise up slowly. So that was going to be a very good position for him to be in. But yeah, no, now he's going the route of like LeBron James or Dwayne Wade or Michael Jordan. You know, you're technically on a crappy team on paper, but it's going to be interesting when Kyrie comes back. It's with all these injuries, it's hard to know what Dallas is even going to look like next year.
And Jason Kidd didn't hesitate. He handed the keys to Cooper Flagg. Kidd had done this before. Back in Milwaukee in 2016, he ran a similar experiment with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Expand a generational talent's vision. Force him to see the game through a playmaker's eyes. Bet that it unlocks an even greater version of him later. The difference? Giannis was 22 years old, entering his 4th professional season when that experiment began. Flagg was 18, the youngest player in the NBA, one of the youngest first-year players the league has ever seen. 1 year of college experience, and he'd never played full-time point guard. Not at Duke, not in high school. And the environment...
Yeah. They threw him in at point guard with the Mavs. That was interesting. I'm glad they stopped that.
He stepped into didn't exactly make things easier. With Irving out and Dallas leaning into jumbo big lineups, Flagg was often operating in traffic, surrounded by limited shooting. Outside of PJ Washington and Max Christie, the spacing simply wasn't there. Anthony Davis, Klay Thompson, D'Angelo Russell, and Najee Marshall all opened the season shooting 35% or below from 3, leaving the Mavericks bottom 3 in the NBA in three-point accuracy. Through his first 5 NBA games, Flagg averaged 13.4 points, 6.2 rebounds, and 2.8 assists in 32.2 minutes per night, shooting 45.7% on two-pointers and 26.7 from 3. Solid for a rookie, but hardly eye-popping, especially compared to the hot starts from fellow rookies like VJ Edgecombe, Dylan Harper, Con Knipple, and others lighting it up early. Then came the injuries. Dallas' second most important long-term building block and fellow Dookie, Derek Lively, went down early.
Yeah, that's a big
Daniel
deal.
Gafford missed...
Lively was huge in their well, I don't want to say their title run, but the year that they went to the finals.
Time. Anthony Davis, he ended up missing more games for Dallas than he actually played.
Yeah.
And if Dallas has any sense, Kyrie Irving shouldn't touch the floor this season while rehabbing that ACL.
That's what I understand too. So it's so weird. Yeah, AD gone and Kyrie out for the rest of the year. I heard they shut him down for the rest of the year.
Which meant Flagg had to carry all of it. Yeah, there were moments where the load looked like it might be too heavy. Coop is still a teenager in his first year in the NBA, but he never showed it because this kid is a competitive motherfucker. And that's what I love most about him. All season long, Flagg has been a constant on the defensive end. There really hasn't been an off night for him there.
Dang.
He covers an insane amount of ground as an off-ball defender, willingly takes on whatever matchup the scheme demands.
I also don't think he's ever been on a bad team until now. So this is a good thing for him to experience. Later on down the line, it'll help him appreciate all the help he's going to get, you know, and he's also going to be able to realize what type of help he needs. Because right now, when you're alone on an island on a solo mission, it's tough. But I think it's good that he's getting this experience. You know, I think of Kobe in 2005. Like everyone needs this experience to go, oh, this is what it feels like to be on a crappy team. Okay.
Competes possession after possession. Yeah, quicker guards can still give him trouble at the point of attack. That's expected. But as a help defender and rebounder, Flagg has adapted about as well as anyone could have hoped for this early.
On Monday.
Yeah, he's getting up. Like he's doing full stretch.
Just 6 days shy of his 19th birthday, Cooper Flagg made a play that had no business coming from a teenager. With Dallas trailing the Utah Jazz by 3 in the final minute of the fourth quarter, Flagg attacked the paint, absorbed a heavy body blow from Kyle Filipowski, and still finished a running left-handed layup through contact for his 38th and 39th points. Flagg finished with 42 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists, officially becoming the youngest player in NBA history to score 40 points in a game.
Crazy.
The previous record belonged to LeBron James, who scored 37 back in December 2003. Flagg scored 40 in regulation, then added 2 of Dallas' 4 points in overtime. Despite his best effort, the Mavericks still lost.
That hurts. That hurts.
And that's
Look at that score, man.
a story far too often this season. Dallas sits in the lottery, fresh off trading Anthony Davis, what amounted to late first or second round picks, and expiring contracts. Yeah, the books look cleaner now going forward, but the roster...
By the way, if you can't tell with my voice, I came down with a cold yesterday or last night, so I'm okay, but definitely sound like crap.
Comparing this situation to LeBron's rookie year actually makes a lot of sense, if you remember who he had to play with. And despite that, James had become the only real reference point for Flagg's offensive production at this age. Flagg, who turned 19 on December 21, broke LeBron's NBA records for the most points and assists in a game by an 18-year-old.
Yeah, it's reminding me of LeBron's rookie season and also reminding me of Jordan's rookie season.
LeBron remains the only player to average more points per game at 18, posting 20.2 per game compared to Flagg's 18.8. But here's what makes this even crazier.
What makes it even crazier is we could sit here and compare it, but MJ scored 28 points or something in his rookie season. No matter what we do, we can compare it and say there's similarities, but Jordan was on a different level.
Talent evaluators didn't expect the scoring to come this fast. Flagg was the consensus top-ranked player in his draft class because of his all-round impact. But the scoring, that was supposed to come later. There was real skepticism about whether he could function as a primary scorer early in his career.
Yeah.
Turns out, that concern might have been way off. So when I tell you I'm beyond impressed with how this kid plays basketball, it's because he's putting up these stats under conditions that would break most 19-year-olds.
Yeah, me too. Honestly, when he came into the league, he was not on my radar. Like Wemby, he came in and I was watching him from about a year prior to him being in the NBA. I knew this guy was something different. Cooper Flagg, I gotta be completely honest. I was like, I think he's a great college player. Maybe he'll be good in the NBA. And I think I was dead wrong. And I'm glad to be wrong about this one because this kid is really impressive so far.
And week after week, he looks like he's getting better.
I think he heard those doubts from a lot of people like me too. And that's cool, man. Shut us all up. Shut us all up there, young buck.
The Skins point, PJ's at the table.
Boom, man.
Flagg with the two-hand flush. It's a 4-point game, but it's a quick attack.
Coming into the NBA, Flagg expected to be one of those rare number one picks who steps into playoff basketball right away. Dallas had just beaten 1.8% lottery odds, and on paper...
Yeah, on paper, these guys were a title contender, right then and there in his rookie season.
He was joining a roster featuring multiple veteran future Hall of Famers. That could not have been further from how it actually played out. Despite how disappointing the season has been for the Mavericks, Flagg has earned rave reviews from opposing coaches, scouts, and executives across the league. And once his role stabilized, the production followed. Since shifting back to primarily playing his natural forward position, Flagg has averaged 21.4 points, 6.6 rebounds, and 4.4 assists, while shooting 49% from the field over a 41-game stretch. Even Flagg himself has been honest about...
Yeah, okay, so we want to be honest. I mean, looking good. Three-point shooting can improve over time. And I'm sure that will fix itself when he has more offensive threats on his team, so the defense can't just collapse on him. Free throws, decent. Rebounds should get up. With his style of play, he should be getting more rebounds. Good on the steals, good on the blocks, decent on the assists. That'll also fix itself with better teammates. Good on the scoring, man. I'd say this is a hell of a good rookie season so far.
From the field over a 41-game stretch. Even Flagg himself has been honest about how difficult the early adjustment was. In November, he said, "I think it's a lot of pressure and a lot of responsibility that comes with being a point guard. And I don't know if I was ready for that or if I was ready to handle that right off the bat. I tried my best. It wasn't perfect, but I think I learned a lot through that." And that's the part that sticks with me.
That's true. Yeah. I could talk trash about Jason Kidd starting him at point guard, but we could all agree it didn't work out that well. At the same time, that's probably going to benefit him. He saw the court from a different lens now.
Even when it didn't look good, he was absorbing everything. What's really...
And J. Kidd being a point guard, it kind of makes sense. Maybe he just saw something in this guy.
Telling is how Flagg registers even when he struggles. Philadelphia head coach Nick Nurse pointed out Flagg's ability to regather his composure throughout games, despite the mental and physical fatigue that comes with heavy minutes and constant responsibility. One Western Conference GM didn't mince words. His greatest strength is his competitiveness. He's a motherfucker. Multiple coaches have echoed the same thing. The effort never changes. Nuggets coach David Adelman said when he doesn't play well, I still really like watching him play because of the way he plays.
Yeah.
The intensity, that takes you a long way when you're young. He's got the size, the skill, and the feel for the game. All of that is rare, But the thing people around the league keep circling back to is the competitive character.
I mean, I'll cut through the BS here. I think the kid's a winner. I think he wants to win. He's here to win. He's not talking about lifestyle or anything like that. He's just talking hoops, and he's out here to prove that he's a winner. And I like it. I want to see more young players come into the league with this and to not forget it. Hopefully he doesn't forget it.
The wiring. You probably can't quantify competitiveness in a box score, but when a first-year teenager is the only rookie ranking top 3 in his class in total points, rebounds, assists, blocks, and steals, that tells you everything about the motor, the willingness to impact the game everywhere, the refusal to coast. Adelman nailed it. When he doesn't play well, I still really like watching him play. Flagg
we appreciate effort.
Even on bad nights, because the effort never drops.
Absolutely.
The compete level never dips. For a 19-year-old, that's incredibly rare. And that's what separates him from the usual rookie hype cycle. Hot streaks fade, highlight reels get old, but effort, IQ, two-way impact.
And two other players that, young players I enjoy watching right now, Ant-Man and Wemby, I could say the same thing about them. Even if the shot's not going in or not playing great, they're trying. They want to win.
That stuff translates, and it tends
Jokic's not that young anymore, but same goes for him.
Get better with time. Now that we've talked about why his game is different, let's go to the best performances of his young career so far and put it into proper perspective. Flagg's 49-point night on January 29 was the most by a rookie since Trey Young in 2019.
Wow.
He also became the youngest player in NBA history to record 40-plus points and 10-plus rebounds in a game. And he's the first rookie since Blake Griffin to post a 45-point, 10-rebound performance. That's a historic night by any standard.
Yeah, it is.
And the game didn't even start well for Cooper. The Mavericks hosted the red-hot Charlotte Hornets, trying to snap Charlotte's full-game
It's a team that KD wants to go to next.
streak. He'd also doubled as a Rookie of the Year measuring stick with the two favourites, fellow Blue Devil and top 5 pick, Con Kniffel and Cooper Flagg facing off for the first time this season. And early on, it looked like Knippel's night. He came out on fire, drilling 4 threes in the first 7 minutes, helping Charlotte explode to a 33-18 lead by the end of the first quarter. But Flagg refused to let it slide. The second quarter was absurd. Flagg poured in 23 points on 8 for 9 shooting, 2 threes from the top of the key, and one in transition, and a violent dunk over Moussa Diabate. By halftime, he had 25 points, and what was once a blowout had turned into a 1-point game, 59-58. Flagg crossed 30 points early in the third, but Knippel answered with 3 straight triples, pushing Charlotte's lead back to double digits. Then Knippel cooled off. Flagg didn't. He hit 40 points before the third quarter even ended. Dallas finally grabbed the lead early in the fourth after back-to-back threes from Klay Thompson and Caleb Martin to close the third, and another from Thompson to open the fourth. Flagg tied his career high with 42 on a pull-up elbow jumper shortly after. Then came the moment that told you everything. After Flagg scored his 44th point, Charlotte left Klay Thompson open in the corner to double a rookie at the top of the key.
Oh, do it.
Klay Thompson, one of the greatest shooters ever.
Is he going to have that moment? Is he about to have that moment? Double team, all eyes on him. Pass to Klay.
So they could send 2 defenders at a 19-year-old.
Okay, or he did that.
That almost never happened.
Wow.
Think about what that says about how scared Charlotte was of this kid. Like something out of a sports movie. The game came down to the rookies. Flagg tied it at 121 with a 3 and 34 seconds left.
Point. A 3 would tie it. That's what he thinks. Are you kidding me?
He's got huevos, man.
49.
On the next possession, Knippel picked his pocket and calmly knocked down 2 free throws to retake the lead. Flagg had one last chance, a shot to tie it, a shot to hit 50, but his buzzer beater sailed long through a double team. Even in a loss, he made history.
Damn.
At just 19 years old, Flagg joins LeBron James and Anthony Edwards as one of only 3 players to record multiple 40-point games at that age or younger.
That's going to be a lesson for him too. No matter how hot you are, you got Klay Thompson wide open in the corner. I know he scored 2 in that play, but eventually you gotta include your guys too, no matter how hot you are. And if he's going to take a very well contested 3 to end the game for a win, then he's still got some stuff to learn, which is okay. He knows right now, like, it's good first to establish that he can take over at any point. That's great. Now that everybody knows that, you got to know when to dish off, and he'll learn. He'll learn. Especially if his coach is Jason Kidd. He'll definitely learn this.
On top of already owning the record for most points by a teenager, a Western Conference scouting director summed it up. He's better than advertised, if that's possible. And that's the crazy part. The number one pick, the most hyped prospect since Zion or LeBron, and he's still outpacing what people thought he'd be. The three-point shot is the last piece.
I would contest that statement he just made. I believe Wemby got a lot of hype coming in. I would even argue he had more hype coming in than Cooper here.
And all signs point to it.
Let me know what you think.
I titled this video, Why I'm Obsessed with How Cooper Flagg Plays Basketball, and I want to be clear about what that means. I'm not obsessed with a 49-point game. I'm not obsessed with broken records. I'm obsessed with a 19-year-old on a bad team with limited help, carrying the 26th ranked offense in the league and still playing every possession like it matters. Both ends, every night. That motor, that competitive fire, that two-way intensity. That's what wins championships eventually, and that's what separates Cooper Flagg from every other hype prospect we've seen come through this league. The question isn't whether he's going to be great anymore, it's how great. And honestly, that answer might depend on what Dallas does this offseason, because if they can put even half-decent roster around this kid, the rest of the league should be terrified. So what do you see when you watch Cooper Flagg? Future MVP, elite two-way star, or am I getting ahead of myself? Drop your take in the comments, hit like and hype on the video, and if you like deep dives on players and teams, hit subscribe.
Great video. What do I see in Coop? I see some old school. I see some old school fire in this kid. And, I put my money where my mouth is. So, guys, right now, Cooper Flagg rookie cards, I got two of them, $5 each. Actually, one $5, one $7, and I'm just gonna hang on to them. Same thing with Wemby. I got a couple of Wemby rookie cards because they were dirt cheap last year. Don't know about this year, and I'm just gonna long hold these suckers for a good 20 years and see where their careers end up. But I usually don't collect rookie cards, but these two kids, like Wemby and Coop, like I see a fire in these guys' eye that I've seen this before. We've all seen this before, and if they're put in the right position, man, the sky's the limit. So of course you never know what happens, injuries, and maybe they change, maybe money changes them, who knows what happens. But for now, man, I see a fire in these two young bucks' eyes, and I'm really enjoying it. So anyways, you guys, let me know what you thought about Coop. Have you been watching? Have you seen Cooper play? Dallas is pretty rough to watch this year, I'm not gonna lie. But if you do get a chance, Cooper is a good dude to keep an eye out on and to watch his progression, because he's not coming in here like playing soft. He's not coming in here complaining, whining, playing victim. He's playing through contact, and he ain't the victim. It looking like he's the bully, and it looks like Wemby's the bully as well. So they ain't footing up with any shit. So anyways, you guys, go get some rookie cards while they're cheap if you want. And I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys for the After Dark. All right. That's all I got. Yep. All right, guys, subscribe if you want more content like this, and be water, my friends. Thanks again for the donation. Peace out, everybody.